to your remembrance what I said. And you go, okay, God, I see you now. I see what's going on. And it gives me a clue that, all right, I'm getting closer to the time where he's coming back to get me. I wonder if there's anybody in here that's living because you know he's coming back to get us. You're living in a way that when he comes back, I'm going to be ready to go with him. I'm not just living here trying to figure out what's going to happen. I'm going to see and wait to see what's going on. But I believe what the word, he might show up when you're at the grocery store, getting ready to cuss somebody out because they pulled ahead of you in the line. But you got to live your life as though he could show up at any moment. Ooh, Lord. We're not going to be here long. So Revelation. A lot of people don't like to deal with Revelation because it scares them a little bit. You know, I was the same way growing up. I would read the Bible from beginning to end, but I would stop at Revelation. And I would go to the end of Revelation because I understood the end. Come, Lord Jesus. Yes, sir. But I would read the first 3 chapters because it dealt that was kind of plain. It dealt with the church, and I know what how to get yourself rid. But when he started dealing with all the prophetic imagery and things like that, showing up with the locusts and the pips and the beasts and it messed with me a little bit. Because I ain't gonna lie, it messed with me a little bit for long. I'm gonna give this some time because I got to build up to this one. But I understand when I begin to really study it, how encouraging the book of Revelation really is for the people of God. It's only scary if you ain't living right. If you ain't living right, it's real scary. Oh yeah, it'll mess you up. Oh yeah. But if you are bought with a price, you've been purchased by God, and you're in right relationship with him, you can find encouragement and comfort in the book of Revelation. Some stuff that's coming. Some reward for the saints and judgment on the enemy. So the book of Revelation, as we've been to look at this book, at this particular chapter, we need to understand the framework in which it is written. The revelation itself is the revelation of Jesus Christ as given to the Apostle John while he was exiled on the island of Patmos. He declared in the first chapter, around the 9th verse, he says, I was on the island of Patmos because of the word of the Lord and the testimony of Jesus Christ. Then while I was there, I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day. Can I just interject real quick? I'm going to try not to take too many rabbit trails, but sometimes it takes God getting us by ourselves to reveal some stuff to us. Amen. Sometimes we can't hear from God because we got too much stuff going on in our world. Sometimes we can't hear from God because we got too many folks around us. Sometimes we can't hear from him because we got too many voices coming in our ears and so many thoughts going through our mind. And sometimes God's got to separate us from folks and from things to get our attention. I wonder if there's anybody here that God had to pull you away from some stuff to get your attention. I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day. Begin to deal with me. Begin to show me some stuff. And he told me, whatever you see, I need you to write it down. And when you write it, I need you to deliver this message to the 7 churches in Asia. Now, I don't have time to preach all the Revelation. We ain't got time to be there, but we will be here to the God tomorrow. I ain't got time for all that. But the 7 churches, although they were, the letter was written to specific churches, they were representative of many churches even today. The conditions of the churches are, we can see them today. Some churches are lukewarm. Some churches think they got it going on, but ain't no life in them. Some churches are really doing good, but it takes everything they got to endure the persecution that's coming their way. You can find that all over the place, all over the world today. So there's a message to the churches today. But Revelation was written during a season of great suffering and great persecution.
Well,
I mean, sometimes your greatest revelation of God
my God, say it.
comes through persecution
Yeah.
and suffering. Well, y'all get quiet on me. Somebody nervous because they think that when they hear this, your world gonna turn upside down by tomorrow. You thinking in your mind, Lord, I don't want you to reveal nothing to me because I'm already going through enough. I don't need no more. But it's all right. Look at somebody tell them it's all right. It's all right. Sometimes it takes that for us to get into a place where I can hear God and I can patiently wait on Him. Because while everything is going good in my life and there's nothing coming my way, how many know we don't really pray like we ought to pray? We don't really seek Him like we ought to seek Him. We don't always study the Word like we ought to study. But let some trouble come our way, and I get that. How do I know that? When we look at the past month and all the stuff that's been happening in the world, all the true saints of God really got back to really seeking God. Why? Because I don't know when it's going to be my turn. So I need to get myself ready. I need to be prayed up so I can endure whatever's coming my way.
That's right.
Suffering has a way, persecution has a way of getting us to the place where God can really deal with us and prepare us for what's to come. John, I know you're dealing with something. No, you're out here by yourself because you're standing up for me. But it's all right. Let me show you something to encourage your heart. And when I encourage you, I want you to encourage your brothers.
My God.
Lord help me, I'm trying to stay on task here, but I keep going in this. Look at somebody tell them it's time for you to be encouraged. It's time for you to be encouraged.
It's time for you to be encouraged.
You've been depressed and discouraged for too long. I come to encourage your hearts tonight. I know you might be going through stuff. I'm not trying to minimize anything that you're going through. I'm not trying to dismiss anything that you're going through, but I want you to understand you're going through for a purpose. God is trying to get your attention, to open up your eyes, open up your ears so you can hear Him. And when you receive what He has to tell you, you can go encourage somebody else. John begins to see and hear things going on in heaven. Turn to the right, whatever you see, begin to deal with them. And the whole purpose of Revelation simply was to encourage believers to endure persecution, persevere through trials and suffering with the assurance, somebody say the assurance, that through Christ victory is certain. Sometimes we can't go through nothing because we don't know how it's going to work out. The people of God, even today, we go through stuff as if God does not have the end already mapped out for us. We go through stuff as if the devil is going to kill me with this. Not understanding that victory is already certain. But I just got to go through the motions. I got to walk through it. Oh, Lord, y'all going to make me work real hard tonight. But look at somebody tell them, I know I'm already going to be on the other side of this. I know the end of this is victory for me.
I know the end of the victory.
But I still got to go through the process.
I still got to go through the process.
I know the end, because God determines the end from the beginning. The end is victory. I know you're just getting started, but we don't want to go through the process. I don't have time to deal with the process. I know. I'm going to stay on task. I've got a word, I got a command from my apostle. I'm going to stick to it. It declares in the book of Revelation, it declares to us that victory is certain, regardless of what it looks like, regardless of what it feels like, regardless of what my emotions and my mind is telling me. It declares to me that victory is certain. Somebody, you need to just prophesy to somebody real quick and tell them victory is certain in your life. Let me just put a little condition on that. That's conditioned on the fact that you're living for God. Amen. Can I just say that? That is preface from the fact that you are in right relationship with Him. That's right. That you're not just living this, you're not a hypocrite. You're not pretending. You're not just living and pretending that you belong to God, but really you're doing everything that you want to do outside the will of God. And I can't help you with that. But if you are really determined that I'm going to live for God and I am His and He is mine, then I can declare with certainty that victory is certain in your life. It declares in Revelation, when you begin to look at it, it declares the sovereignty of God.
My God.
It shows us that God is in control despite of what it looks like.
Yeah. That's right.
It looks like the enemy is raging and he's winning. But we fail to forget that he's only got a boundary limits. There's only so much he can do, and he's only got so long to do it. But ultimately, God is in control. Look at that. God is in control. It's all right if I have y'all preach back to me. All right, tell somebody again. God is in control.
God is in control.
I know your life might feel like it's out of control, but that's not taking God by surprise. God is in control.
Right.
And what we need to do is take our hands off it and let Him have complete control.
Amen. My Lord.
God is in control. One writer said it this way. He said, God does His will in heaven and in earth, and no one can hinder Him. I don't care what you're trying to do to stop the plan of God. You're just messing with your own life. Because you can't stop God's plan from coming to pass. Let me move on. It reveals that Jesus is the triumphant King. He's King of Kings. He's Lord of Lords.